A person hits their savings goal, the number they spent years chasing, and within 48 hours, they feel a quiet dread they cannot name. Not relief, not safety, dread. Psychologists have studied this for decades, and what they found turns everything you believe about money and security completely upside down. Let's start with what your brain actually does when money arrives. You might expect a flood of calm, a settling of the nervous system, but for a huge number of people, the opposite happens. The moment real financial cushion appears, anxiety spikes. The checking becomes more frequent. The mental math gets louder, not quieter. Why would your brain sabotage the very thing it claimed to want? The answer lives in your nervous system's oldest programming. For most of human history, having resources meant becoming a target. Surplus attracted predators, rivals, thieves, and taxation by whoever held the local sword. Your ancient brain did not evolve in a world of FDIC insurance and password-protected apps. It evolved in a world where visible abundance was a liability, and the safest strategy was to spend, share, or hide anything extra before someone took it. So when your account fills up, a very old alarm quietly trips. Something has changed. Something is different now, and difference, to a nervous system tuned for survival, is not good news. Change meant exposure. Exposure meant danger. The rational mind reads the number on the screen and says, safe. The body reads it and says, visible. Those two signals collide, and you feel the wreckage of that collision as low-grade, sourceless anxiety. There's a second force layered on top of that ancient wiring, and this one is cultural. In the societies most people reading this grew up in, financial struggle carries a kind of moral familiarity. You know how to be someone who is working hard toward a goal. You know the identity of the striver. But the person who has arrived? That identity is far less charted. The struggle gave you a role, the cushion quietly removes it, and that loss of role registers in the body as threat. Psychologists call one version of this phenomenon sudden wealth syndrome, but it is not limited to lottery winners or inheritance. It scales down. It happens to the person who finally pays off debt. It happens to the freelancer whose first stable month comes in. Whenever financial reality jumps ahead of your internal self-concept, ahead of who you believe yourself to be at the level of identity, the mind starts generating anxiety to close that gap, usually by imagining all the ways the money will disappear. This is why catastrophic thinking spikes exactly when it is least warranted. The car will break down, someone will get sick, the market will crash, the job will vanish. Your brain is not predicting the future, it is solving a psychological problem. If it can convince you the money is already gone in some imagined scenario, it can return you to the familiar territory of scarcity, where it knows exactly what to do. Scarcity is uncomfortable, but it is legible. Abundance for an unpracticed mind is disorienting. There is also the attachment dimension that almost nobody talks about. When you have nothing, you have nothing to lose. The psychological weight of protecting zero is zero, but the moment something real is sitting in that account, a new vulnerability opens. Now there is something to lose. Loss aversion, one of the most robust findings in behavioral economics, tells us that the pain of losing a given amount is roughly twice as intense as the pleasure of gaining it. A full account does not feel like a win. It feels like a loss waiting to happen. So what do you actually do with this? The first move is the most counterintuitive one. Stop trying to think your way out of the feeling. The anxiety is not a logical error. It is a somatic signal from a system that has not yet updated its model of your world. You cannot argue your nervous system into feeling safe. You have to show it safe, repeatedly, over time. That means sitting with the full account, not moving the money, not spending it to relieve the pressure, letting the feeling be present while the reality remains stable. Gradually, the nervous system does update. It learns that the abundance did not attract catastrophe, that the new identity is survivable, that stability is not the same thing as exposure. This is not a fast process, but it is the actual process. The goal was never just to earn enough money. It was always to become someone whose body believes they are allowed to keep it. That gap between the number in the account and the felt sense of safety, is the real work, and most people never even know it exists.